The third translation of Luang Pu's reflection on the 8th of April 2023. For those who following Dhamma and practicing Dhamma, they will find their way out from harm and danger. If it's not their time to go, they will not die. For Luang Pu himself, around January and February of this year, he have to face heavy and serious health condition. The sickness or the health condition that he has to face show that the karmic retribution from practicing Dhamma and following the Dhamma has saved him. So it was not his time to go, so he did not die. He told Dr. Huang that when he was in Srisaket, around that time that he had these difficulties causing from difficult breathing. Every night he normally meditate and practice Dhamma, and one night after he finishes his meditation, he breathed in and was surprised that he could not breathe out. Where the air that he breathed in went, it was just like vanished, so there was no air out. His reflection was interrupted at this time because the audience were thirsty, so they got up and looking for drinks. So Luang Pu said, please help yourself getting some drinks. After that, he lost what he was about to say about his health. So he just lost it. So he began with another topic. He addressed to Dr. Huang that at one time in the past, he announced that he will be the leader who unify or unite all sects of Buddhism, like Mahayana, Vajrayana, and Theravada. He recited a sentence that he wrote a long time ago, that he wants to shout out to the whole world that he loved them all. His love message that sent out may not be so detailed. It's very like a brief love message. So it's for us to continue following Dhamma and practicing Dhamma, then hand on our knowledge and goodness and blessings to those following us. Luang Pu is not sweet kind of person or gentle kind of person, because if he project himself in a weak way, like soft way, he cannot be the general-in-chief or the head of the army. He said his character can be the leader in this Buddha's era, because at the present time, true monks, real monks, or enlightened monks, they only show that they are monks not because of the robe, but some symbolic things. For example, in the Buddhist scripture, they said there will be time that true monks only wear yellow robes, like yellow piece of material as earring. And another thing that make Luang Pu suitable to be the leader is because he is not clinging or like having close relationship or family members to anyone. Luang Pu life began at Phu Luang in Phetchabun. It's like the border of Phetchabun and Loi province. It's the great mountain called Phu Luang, and he grew up not having parents, so he was an orphan. His father died in a war, serving military, and was killed in the war. His mother was a housewife. His family was considered wealthy compared to his neighbor in the same village. After he graduated from primary school in his birthplace or hometown, he moved to study in higher level like secondary school in bigger cities like Khon Kaen, and study high school in Korat, Nakhon Ratchasima. His mother passed when he was 11 years old. That time he was studying in Khon Kaen, secondary school in Khon Kaen. With the entrance examination to a good school in Khon Kaen, he came first of all the participants of the entrance examination. Only few years after his mother died, he lost all his possession. He don't know how his house and wealth and all that had gone. All the farms, the land, the rice field, the money, everything was gone. Nothing was left. He has no home anymore. From that time onward, he always had to live with others. Starting from losing everything, he had to fight to live his life. One day, a thought came to him. So he set his determination to leave behind his grace, his style, his art, and stories to this world. For example, he made use of all the offerings that were offered to him to create benefits to fellow beings. He sometimes bought lands and offered to monks to make monks living places. He donated some money for those who are facing suffering from hunger in Africa. Sometimes he donate money for orphanage, hospitals, and other organizations. He never keep the offering for himself because he doesn't have the storage to store all these offerings for personal benefit. Luang Pu is only a channel for you to make merit. Then Luang Pu came back and talked about his health condition. He said he is getting old now and one night inศรีสะเกษ he breathed in and he cannot breathe out, so he stood up and then he sat down, stood up and sat down, stood up and sat down. He was thinking what should he do, because the air that he breathed in kind of like vanished and only little air came back out. He was trying to go into the meditative absorption state, but it was difficult because Vedana, or the suffering of physical condition, prevent him from being able to go to that meditative state. He felt uneasy and not able to be at peace. In the end, he could enter the meditative absorption state and was not conscious until morning time. However, when he got up in the morning, he has the same problem again, which is able to breathe in but not able to breathe out, like there was no air out. This showed that Luang Pu had confronted a very serious battle that day. Luang Pu has no fear of death. He said, to die is nothing. However, to be born is more fearful than to be dead. Luang Pu is ready to die any day, any time, but at that moment when he cannot breathe properly, he felt the pain and agonized. That morning, he told himself, or the thought came to him, that he should go to Pa Samyot and drink the medicine that he made and kept at his Kuti, Mangkon Doi, or the mountain dragon Kuti at Pa Samyot for 3 days. He wanted to leave that very morning, but Kun Yai and her daughter asked him, what is wrong with you? You doesn't look very well. So Luang Pu cannot lie. He had to tell them that he has difficult time breathing in and breathing out. So Kun Yai called all the doctors she knows. So that day Luang Pu has to receive all the doctor and nurses who came and check him up and give him advice and try to give him remedies. หมออ้อ went to ศรีสะเกษ right away, and also some doctors and nurses from ศรีสะเกษ hospital, because Luang Pu is known as a big donor. Sometimes he donate like as big amount as 100,000 each time, so he was quite well known. So he took the first chance possible to drive to Pa Samyot as fast as he could. So because of the health condition, when he have difficult breathing, he used meditation. He used the knowledge to separate the form and the name and distinguish which is which in the 5 aggregates to help him overcome all the agonize and pain and uneasiness that was happening during the trip. Then he turned to Dr. Huang and told her to study the 5 aggregates or the components or the elements of the body and the mind well. When you are deep in meditative absorption state, you'll be able to separate the name and the form. Once he reaches his kuti in Pasamyot, he drank his medicine, came out and sat on the sofa, and he could not control his astral body. It just split up with his physical body and then float away. However, it didn't go far. It hit the coconut tree in front of his kuti and then came back to his physical body. He said that this was the result from doing meditation during his drive. So when he was driving, he has the duty to drive using both name and form to drive. So the astral body actually already trying to separate from the physical body, but it was controlled. But after he took the medicine, came and sat right away, the astral body or his mind, the other body that reside in his physical body, just float out right away. So all the audience was laughing away when he point out to the coconut tree, and he said, "You see, now the coconut trees have been cut down." Then he said, "Dr. Huang, you see, I survived. The power of meditation could save my life." He said he can breathe normal now without having to see the doctor or to have any kind of treatment. People from Rompo, when they heard about his health condition, they came to visit him. They even brought with them the nurse from Rompo Thitham with oxygen and other things that they thought it could help him. Luang Pu told the audience that this is the retribution from following Dhamma, practicing meditative absorption and upholding morality and goodness. Luang Pu told the audience that on the 6th of March, which was the Makha Bucha Day, it's like an important Buddhist holy day, and Luang Pu normally celebrate his birthday on the Makha Bucha Day as well. So there was a Dhamma gathering, and Dr. Albert Einstein declared the theory of relativity. So the name Albert Einstein is Luang Pu nickname that he gave to himself just to make us laugh, because it sounds similar to the name of Albert Einstein, the one that announced the theory of relativity. So he said that his theory is better than the theory of relativity that was announced by Albert Einstein. So this new theory that he announced by using the name of Albert Einstein, he made the audience laugh, because Dr. Huang said that I know this name and what it meant. So Albert mean take all, Einstein mean take money. So this doctor take all the money. So she translated for the Vietnamese audiences to make them laugh. So the theory of relativity announced by Luang Pu is about how form relate to form and create reaction by form also. So he said like, when eyes see sex organ, like male eyes see female's vagina, why his sex organ stand up. He said this science or this knowledge is the great science. It's super mundane or it's beyond world. It's transcendence truth. He told Manning to translate it well because it's very useful theory. It's not like the relativity theory that was announced and made into nuclear weapon. It didn't give benefit only, it also give harm to mankind. If you enlighten to the profound truth of this theory that Luang Pu gave, you can be free from suffering and enter nirvana. Then he carried on, recited a verse that he wrote in the past. You are the fabrications that cannot last. Your body are made of skeletons, plastered with flesh and blood, and full of waste. The human body are like the city full of refuses. After recited this, he turned to the audience and asked, why you think this human body is beautiful? Which part that is beautiful to you? He is amazed that how can male sex organ stand up when man see woman open her legs. So he said this is a great science. We should study this kind of relativity and reaction. Luang Pu said because Dr. Huang is here, so he could share this kind of things because she can understand and accept Luang Pu extraordinary reflections. The audience are lucky because they benefit from Dr. Huang present. Luang Pu said, actually, you don't need to see something that would arouse you sexually, but just imagination. It doesn't have to be like through the eye seeing an object. You can just be in your kuti and then fancy something, some memory or thought or dirty thought came to you. It may give you sexual desire also. Luang Pu said to record this verse that he about to recite. It goes like, the insight is to see the truth at the ultimate level and aim to see all things according to their true reality. Knowledge cannot arise without seeing, though it is true that you see, but the thing that you see is not true. He said if we can see things at the ultimate level and see its true reality, like when you look at the opposite sex, you don't just look at the surface and say, oh, she's beautiful, she has beautiful skin, like that. You have to look deep to the ultimate level, that the body is just like component of elements like earth, air, wind, fire. So only skeleton. If you look deep down, there's nothing that you would see that it is beautiful and can arouse you sexually. We are those who get to listen to Buddha's Dhamma from master and gurus. So let's not build up an ego or egoic self or personal self to use it to get rid of the ego. Let's not create ego to get rid of the ego. To see things according to their true realities. It is not like having a self or an ego. Then Luang Pu gave out his photograph that has his handwriting on the photograph, and it said, I come in a tough way to share my blessing. And another photograph, he wrote, the contractor of frightening. Dr. Heng said you can say this as the world shaker. And another photograph, he wrote, the world ghostbuster. This means that he could be hired to chase away the ghosts all around the world. He said to the Vietnamese audience that you can keep his pictures and it will remind you of the time that we met in Thailand. And you could recall the teaching that was shared today.